Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Jackson on first down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second and 14. Jackson, Snead's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down and goal to go. Here we go. 87.
On first and goal, Howard. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
It's going to be a long day. Great. It's going to be a long day.
On second and goal, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go. 120. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there. They've got a ways to go now on 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive. Yeah,
you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go counter with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's Jackson to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll be incomplete. So they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson will throw again.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. From the gun, Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He may try and run for this. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And a pitch to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson, he's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really, really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers and Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, I would throw in there as well at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me with Cleveland, with all the high expectations in preseason, it's almost a must-win at a place almost no one wins.
And a couple more here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Ingram again, a 1st down carry.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight ends.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Greg. Here, 57.
Now Howard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Stop here, D. 57's the money. 57.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz, screen pass to Sproles. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo. Stay with your man. Check. Great. Protein spill. Check nickel.
They're going to run. It's Sproles. There he goes left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.